All right, everybody, we are back once again. This is round two of the same situation. As we were leaving the scene and making a U-turn, we're now pulled off to the side of the road. As we're making a U-turn in the same area, a extreme turn of events, massive flames started shooting up again. As like we said before, as we were leaving the scene, it seemed like everything was under control, and they were just trying to put out any hot spots. Literally, the minute we made a U-turn, we are seeing flames shooting up, trees on fire, and large plumes of black smoke once again off in the distance. Let me see if I can zoom in as close as possible to show you what we're talking about here. So just to let everybody know, as far as we know, only thing we're seeing is some brush trucks. The actual ladder trucks did leave a while ago. The only thing we're seeing is the brush trucks at this time. And like I said, as soon as we made our U-turn, as you saw in the final part of our live shot earlier, things seemed to be calming down and it was quiet. And then out of nowhere, we made a U-turn, and this is what we were seeing on our way back. Please bear with us. We're actually on a monopod at this time, not our tripod. So let me see if we can steady our shot here for you. So once again, if you are driving in the area on the highway at this time and you are seeing smoke in the distance, we are still at the scene. We are leaving, and out of nowhere the fire reignited pretty heavily. Smoke rising into the sky here. We are in Chandler. It looks like the wind has shifted and now is blowing across the roadway where we were earlier. Just to give everybody an idea, the winds are approximately like 20 miles an hour. It feels like at least 10 to 15, possibly 20. We can't confirm that. But obviously the wind's playing a huge part in the fire. We see some flames shooting up right over here. Bear with us. From our vantage point, it actually looks like they're purposely making a line of fire here. Possibly, like I say, I'm not a fireman, and anybody on the stream that could help out with it. It looks like they are doing just that to help control the fire. Either way, a large amount of smoke in the area now going over the roadway. Yeah, it appears that's exactly what they're doing. So just so everybody knows, they're setting a containment fires around to burn off the excess dry brush in the distance. Areas around the fire have already burned, so the interior portion of it has not as of yet, and that's what they are doing in order to contain the fire. By the way, if I'm saying anything correct or we have any firefighters on the stream, please let us know exactly what they're doing. I don't want to say anything that is incorrect. We've seen this many a times in forest fires. They attempt to make a fire around the area in order to contain it and burn off the excess dry brush. The word I was thinking was a controlled burn. At this time, they are trying to do a controlled burn in order to burn off all of the rest of the dry brush around it in order to help contain the fire. We're quite a distance away from it, so it was hard to see them actually doing that. And most likely that's the reason why the fire reignited. They were doing the controlled burn, which we didn't see. Just to give everybody an idea how far away we are. We are a good distance. Let me zoom back in. Once we zoomed in, we were able to see exactly what was happening. And the fact that they were doing the controlled burn. So once again, to all the residents in the area, just to give you an idea, there was a brush fire earlier. They did put it out, and from what it looks like now, if you are seeing fire and smoke in the area, That was definitely, from what we could see, crews were doing a controlled burn of the excess dry brush in order to stop any future fires here in the area of the brush that's left over, the dry brush. So those flames you're seeing right now were purposely set by a controlled fire by firefighters here on the scene. Still quite a bit of wind, so I'm sure those the professionals and our great firefighters know exactly what's going on, and have surrounded the area with enough water that it won't spread any further than it is. Still amazing images that we're seeing here. So once again, if you're driving down in the area and you see large plume of smoke, it originally came out as a tree fire, quickly turned into a large brush fire, and currently right now we were seeing, when we zoomed in really close, them doing a prescribed burn or a controlled burn in order to burn off all the dry brush in the area here. We appreciate you joining us. Valleywide News, valleywidenews.com, breaking news all across the valley here. Like, share, and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Facebook at Valleywide News, and on Twitter at Valleywide_news. All right, one of our great subscribers that follow Valleywide News since the beginning, we appreciate you, Jace, said it's a back burn. I appreciate the correct wording there. I don't want to mess things up. Like I said, I mean, I understand the exact concept that they're doing back burn, but like I said, the only concerning part obviously is the fact that the winds are blowing pretty heavily, and you can see the flames shooting in the air. So once again, those of you driving on the streets and joining us live, if you're seeing this, Jace kindly pointed out to us that it is what's called a back burn. We made a U-turn. We saw that the fire was originally out, made a U-turn, headed back, and noticed that the flames were again shooting up. And as we zoomed in closer and we're able to see exactly what was going on, The correct wording is back burn, and they're doing a back burn to control the rest of the dry brush in the area and keep the fire down. Obviously, those of you driving by unaware of what's going on, probably a little startled at the fact that the large flames and the large plume of smoke in the area. Jace, thank you as always for your support. I appreciate it. All right, everybody, so we are still on the same location we were earlier. Like we said, everything looked like it was going out and everything was under control. A number of the local Queen Creek and Chandler Fire Department did leave the scene. We were headed out. The only other person we saw here was one other news crew. As we were headed out, we were going to make a U-turn. As soon as we made that U-turn, within seconds, the flames were up again. A good friend of ours, Jace, who thankfully told me exactly what the wording was. I had it in my head, but I couldn't remember it. But it's a controlled burn or a back burn to help burn off the dry brush in the area surrounding where the fire originated. Originally, this came out earlier, about an hour and a half ago or so, as a tree fire. Quickly grew into a large brush fire. A number of crews were on the scene attacking the fire. It was pretty much out, and then as of right now, when we did zoom in earlier, you're able to see them doing the back burn in order to get rid of any of the dry brush surrounding the area. So just so everybody knows, if you're in the area and you're seeing the large plumes of smoke as a lot of cars are passing by, that is exactly the reason. You can see the flames shooting right there. Amazing pictures. Obviously, those of the citizens driving around and unaware of exactly what's going on. Probably a little startling to see the large flame shooting in the air, but as we understand it, they're doing the back burn to burn off the surrounding dry brush in the area, and so we're going to stay here for a little bit, keep an eye on it, and continue to bring you live pictures. As always, we appreciate everyone's support. We're finally back at it. Valleywide News, formerly known as Valley News Box here in Arizona. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We're on at Valleywide_news. We're live all across those platforms right now. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much. Once again, everybody, we appreciate you joining us. Valley-wide news, breaking news and events all across the valley. Just to give citizens that are driving on the streets here, on the roads, an update of exactly what's going on. We are live on the scene right now of what was originally a tree fire, quickly grew into a large brush fire. Multiple crews were on the scene here and quickly attempting to put out the fire. That did go out for the most part. And we cut our live, and then shortly after that we noticed large dark plumes of smoke yet again. Weren't sure exactly what was happening, except to say that it looked like the winds, being that as they are, started the fire up again. As we zoomed in to get a closer view of everything, we did notice that they were doing, as Jay's pointed out, a backburn in order to burn off the dry brush surrounding the area, in order to make sure that there's no additional fires. So if anybody's seeing those flames shooting in the air or the large amounts of smoke right now, just so you know, that is a backburn, that is a prescribed burn, and a controlled burn that they're doing in order to burn the rest of the dry brush that's in the area, trees and so on, in order to prevent any further issues. Obviously, the big concern, at least from our vantage point, is the good amount of wind, and every once in a while the winds shift in different directions. At one point it was shifted and was blowing directly into our direction, which was a little bit difficult to breathe, but it quickly shifted again. And so, as it were, we're here on the scene, still live, bringing you pictures. We appreciate everybody joining us. Those of you that shared it out, we appreciate it as well. We are live, breaking news and events, independent media here in the Valley, formerly known as Valley Newsbox. We did change our name to cover more of a broad area, and now we are Valley-wide News on Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitter we're Valley-wide_news. We're on a number of other platforms, including Getter, Truth Social, and others. So if you'd like, you can join us there as well for other content. We appreciate everybody joining us. Just to give everybody again an idea of where we're at, we're here in Chandler at Queen Creek Road. That's West Queen Creek Road and South Price Road here in Chandler, Arizona. I say Chandler, Arizona to those of us that we have quite a bit of a following outside of Arizona, so we appreciate you joining us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you support independent media, please like, share, and subscribe. We're at valleywidenews.com, Valleywide News on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter at Valleywide_news. All right, once again, just to keep everybody updated, we're in our same location, actually a different spot, but same fire. What started out as a tree fire quickly turned into a large brush fire. At this time right now, if you're seeing the smoke and you're driving by or seeing it outside your home, just to give you an update, fire crews are still on the scene doing a back burn in order to burn off the rest of the dry brush surrounding the area that the fire originated. So quite a bit still of large flames, but please make note that they are definitely a controlled burn or back burn, and fire crews and brush trucks are out here working on the fire. We would definitely like to give a shout out to the great firefighters out here and first responders and brush trucks that are out here right now on scene tending to this fire. We truly appreciate all your service. So once again, to keep all our local public here informed in Chandler and surrounding areas, at this point, it's a back burn. It's no longer any danger. I mean, obviously anything can happen, but at this particular time, the flames that you're seeing is a back burn in order to burn off the dry trees and vegetation and that around the original fire. So once again, as we see this, they are purposely doing the back burn. Large flames will shoot up. The fire will then go out, and they're moving methodically throughout the area where the fire originated, once again to do the back burn. All right, everybody. So now that we know exactly what's going on with the back burn, we are going to wrap things up here. Once again, just in case you're in the area or watching this after the fact, at this point in time, it is definitely a back burn. Firefighters on the scene with brush trucks, doing a prescribed burn, starting a back burn in order to burn off the remaining dry brush surrounding the fire. So we just wanted to bring you that update. We are going to end our time here at the scene. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate it. Independent media and only real news. Thank you so much.